Top 10 Craziest Events Caught on Live TV. Every day, you see a lot of things on TV. However, it would seem to be a chance of a lifetime to capture something crazy, especially on live TV. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Top 10 channel. Today, we are counting down our top picks for the top 10 craziest events caught on live TV. For this list, we are going to look at footage of events that were caught live on TV. On this list, we are going to include shocking events that were aired on national TV or events that have been recorded but were chosen not to be aired immediately because of the distress it may cause its viewers. This list will also include live events caught on TV that have changed the future of news reporting. But before we proceed on our list, do not forget to hit the red subscribe button and ring the notification bells to get updates of our new uploads every week. Alright, if you're already ready to see these horrifying things that are caught on dashboard cameras, just sit back, relax, and check out our list. At number 10, Hurricane Katrina. In August of 2005, a Category 5 tropical cyclone hit the 35th largest city of the United States, New Orleans. Hurricane Katrina's strong winds and thunderstorms resulted in heavy flooding that demolished homes and businesses and other areas bordering the Atlantic Ocean. It was one of the most fatal hurricanes in the country's history and the costliest natural disaster that the U.S. had. Hurricane Katrina killed more than 2,000 people and $81 billion in damages. Although it took days before other casualties were moved from the rehabilitation centers, the substantial media involvement by broadcasting live images, giving updates to local authorities have to widen the rescue operation. The media was also able to serve as a means of communication during the time. At number 9, the Manila hostage crisis. Also known as the Rizal Park hostage-taking incident that happened on August 23, 2010 in Manila, Philippines. An angry ex-police, National Police officer named Rolando Mendoza hijacked a tourist bus in Rizal Park that carried 25 people, 4 locals, a tour guide from Hong Kong, and 20 tourists. The hostage crisis was a 10-hour standoff between the ex-police officer and some Filipino officials, wasn't only witnessed by millions in real time on TV, but also on the internet. According to the report, Mendoza was upset by being fired from his job and had retaliated by hijacking a tour bus. Negotiations were made and were broadcast live on TV and the internet, without knowing that the tour bus TV was tuned in to the live broadcast. After he watched his brother's arrest via the bus's TV set, Mendoza continued shooting hostages inside the bus. He eventually exchanged gunfire with the police and was shot dead. At number 8, 2004 Indian Ocean earthquake and tsunami. Also known as the Boxing Day tsunami or the Sumatra Andaman earthquake, was an undersea megathrust earthquake with a 9.3 magnitude that occurred at around 8 o'clock in the morning of December 26th. 20 minutes after the quake, witnesses were able to see huge waves forming at sea. Although the after effect of tsunami was caught on live TV, the actual length of waves was not seen, which according to witnesses who lived to tell the tale, were at 30 meters. The Sumatra Andaman earthquake is one of history's most fatal natural disasters as it left 233,000 casualties. According to the experts, during the quake, the actual motion of the rock changes the mass distribution of the Earth that resulted to a megathrust tremor, which generated multiple tsunamis off Indonesia's western coast and affected 14 countries with the ensuing floods, while widespread media coverage of the disaster shocked the world and triggered a massive global relief response. At number 7, the fall of the Berlin Wall. After the collapse of Germany in 1945, Berlin was separated. Originally, the country was divided into 4 zones led by a superpower. However, in 1946, Germany was now only divided into 2 sections. Eastern Germany, who has a communist form of government, built the Berlin Wall to prevent its citizens from going to the West, who has a democratic form of government. After 30 years, on November 9, 1989, finally, the barrier dividing West Berlin from East Berlin was torn down. protests and crowds were growing in days, the refugees from West Germany were making their way to the West, forcing authorities to open the gates. For the next few weeks, TV audiences worldwide watched as the Germans came together to demolish the wall and communism in Germany as well. At number 6, 2003 U.S. invasion of Iraq. On March 19, 2003, the United States, under the order of President Bush, declared war on Iraq. Former President Bush was under the impression that Iraq, which was led by President Saddam Hussein at that time, was trying to harm the US and its allies with weapons of mass destruction, given that the president and his country is capable of creating weapons that could kill many people at the same time. When both new and traditional media broadcasted images of America's attack on Iraq in 2003, including the thousands of American troops marching to Iraq, shocked and awed viewers around the world. The American news concentrated on the ever-flowing coverage of the war that allowed the whole world to see the airstrikes, the bombing, and the ground action that was taking place as part of the operation. International media, on the other hand, focused more on the war's causes and effects. At number 5, 1986 Space Shuttle disaster. On the morning of January 28, 1986, the Space Shuttle Challenger launched, and after 73 seconds on air, it blew up, killing 7 crew members, including teacher Krista McAuliffe. This incident has changed NASA's space program forever. CNN was the network allowed to transmit the live broadcast of the launch. Since McAuliffe was a teacher, the children at her school were watching in real time during the launch. The engine exploded, which caused the explosion of the entire ship. News about the incident spread like wildfire through other networks. For a more dramatic effect, the media focused more on the story's human element and tragic moments, which made the incident a hot topic that lasted for several weeks and had contributed to a change in the way news was reported in the future. At number 4, atomic bombing of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. August 6, 1945, the United States dropped the atomic bomb to Hiroshima and Nagasaki in Japan. The U.S. War Department was able to capture footage of the time when nuclear weapons were dropped to these two Japanese cities during the Second World War. Few will ever forget the mushroom clouds that developed after the bombs exploded over Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Prior to the incident, warning leaflets were dropped on the cities to warn the civilians. However, the incident had resulted in over 240,000 deaths. With newsreels capturing the aftermath, things would never be the same. At number 3, 2011 Tohoku earthquake and tsunami. On March 11, 2011, an earthquake with a magnitude 9 struck northeastern Japan. It was the most powerful earthquake to ever hit the country near Tohoku and resulted in unleashing a savage tsunami that killed thousands and washed over Japan. The World Bank even estimated that the total economic cost of the incident could reach up to $235 billion, which makes it the costliest natural disaster in world history. CNN and Japanese TV networks were able to capture the horrifying act of nature. The continuous footage continued for days, and the destruction caused by the deadly waters shocked the world, but it also encouraged a massive worldwide relief response. At number 2, the Los Angeles Riots. It was April 29, 1992, when the Los Angeles Riots erupted. This incident was a result of anger due to the acquittal of 4 white police officers who videotaped beating Rodney King, a black motorist. Local TV cameras caught it all and probably initiated the other riots that broke out in multiple American cities. The angry American citizens have shown their disapproval of the verdict through burning and looting. The incident recorded 54 casualties and about $1 billion of damage to the city. This horrific event led to the declaration of the South Central Los Angeles in a state of emergency. History is trying to repeat itself. A white police officer killed the black American, George Floyd. At number 1, the September 11 attacks. After the first attack at the World Trade Center on September 11, 2001, media outlets were able to pick up live feeds of the continuing attack that had glued worldwide audiences to their TV sets. 20 minutes after the initial feed, another plane crashed into the South Tower. It was such a horrific event that no one in the world would ever forget. The 9/11 attacks killed almost 3,000 people and triggered initiatives to combat terrorism. The coverage of the tragedy and its aftermath was the lengthiest continuous news event ever covered in American television. It even had changed the way Western news was reported globally. There are a lot of crazy events that have been caught on live TV, and some may not have believed it happened if they haven't seen it. Well, the videos that you have watched are just proof that whenever something interesting is crazy happening, the media or someone might have taken account for it. So, do you agree on our list? Are there still crazy events that are caught on live TV that should have made our list? Let us know by leaving your comments below. Alright, that is it for our list today. If you like our video today, please hit like and share this with your friends. Do not also forget to hit subscribe and hit the notification bell to get updates of newly uploaded informative videos from our channel. What top 10s would you like to see next? Let us know by leaving your comments below. Thank you for watching. See you next time.